I'll start by addressing obviously something that's out there, the situation with Terrence. Obviously, very, very serious allegations, very troubling situation. It's something that I'm blessed. We're at a place that we take these things extremely seriously. It's something that we never tolerate. It's also something that I hope everybody understands that I have no ability to comment on legal situations and anything that's a pending legal matter, and that's out of respect for all parties involved and the sensitivity of the situation. Josh gives us incredible leadership in this department, and I know he met with you earlier. He shared the timeline of the events. We were hand in hand, step by step through this process, and for his leadership, for his ability to connect and make sure we were in step together. I have tremendous thanks and appreciation for that. I know that he's put everything together. I'll defer any of those questions right back to what he said today. And we've met through this process, and I'm fortunate DIA has a policy in place that I think for lack of a better term, removes us from any situation in a matter of this importance. And to be in a place that has this kind of integrity, to have a place that thinks of everybody involved, and have a policy that's in place. Our administration goes with Dr. Brian Russell. I'd be very remiss if I didn't compliment Derek Burson on his sensitivity and his help. But very fortunate with Chancellor Jones to have a university that is speaks volumes when you look at their tenures and how long they've been here and the job they do. And I'm very appreciative of all that every step of the way. Obviously, the timeline was Wednesday after practice, and there was no opportunity. We were done with our practice. We met with our team yesterday to explain kind of the circumstances, the path forward. I'm fortunate because this policy is in place. When the suspension was announced, that I get to coach basketball, and there's a locker room of 14 other guys in there that need my undivided attention, and obviously having a calendar set where there's a game, that was first and foremost. But I think that was evident how this group responded. I've said many times that this is the most connected. I tell them every day, this is the most connected group of players that I've coached, and that showed tonight. That's a good FDU team that we played, and they're a little unorthodox in the way they play, and they're running jumps and so on and so forth. And so I thought it was very matter of fact performance by those guys tonight, and they handled that part of it very, very well.
Okay. Take questions. You can start here with Doug, and then Jeremy next.
Coach, obviously the team didn't play like a group of guys that are distracted tonight. What's the key to that? Are there any particular upperclassmen who've stepped up as far as leadership goes?
We have really, really good players. And I think you guys have all talked about all year our quality of depth. And it might not have shown with some of the young guys in some of these early games. We played a very demanding and challenging schedule. I think that, it's a blessing that I have to have an old team and a team that is, again, very, very dedicated and committed to each other and the process. So, everybody was I don't want to single one person out. If Coleman has been here 4 years, but it's a serious situation, and all those guys stepped up and responded.
Right. Can you take us in what the last couple of days have been like, both emotionally and then trying to prepare a basketball team? Like, what's that been like for your staff and your players?
Well, I think the one thing is, the procedural part. Again, I'll throw back on what Josh said. It takes that part out of it. I stayed up all night. I made comment to Josh. My wife, who's sitting back there, will attest to the fact. Just thinking of ways to communicate with our players and talk to our players, and so it's been and then prepare for FDU, and so it was very matter of fact, and the policies we have in place allow us to do that, coach basketball and worry about these guys.
Right on the court, how much does not have, obviously losing an All-American changes what happens, but what adjustments do you have to make moving forward?
Yeah, he's a really good player, and I think we have really good players, and I think it may look somewhat different at times, as with, we lost Kofi and we lost Io, and you figure out how to score points. We scored 104 tonight, and you just you have to move those pieces and shift them a little bit. No doubt he was at the top of every opponent's scouting report. We'll see what that shifts. I don't know. I don't have a great answer for that yet, but we'll figure it out because we got really good players and talented guys.
Can you summarize what your message was yesterday when you met with the team for the first time?
No. I'm going to keep all of that stuff internal and between us and the team.
Brad, how much is Ty's aggressiveness, Justin's aggressiveness important in the absence of Terrence?
It's important anyway. We've started to see Ty Rodgers really blossom. Find me another point guard that gets 15 rebounds. Find me another guy that guards the other team's best player. Justin's a veteran. I'm so proud of Justin because since Christmas he's upped it. There's another level of work, and the first two he missed, and you could kind of see him get a little hesitant, and I told him, I said, the only way I'm not going to play you is if you turn down shots. You got to shoot them, and it's great to see that. And there's physicality with him. There's a sense of toughness. But Ty was as dominant a player in the Missouri game as there was, and again tonight.
You mentioned the policy that kind of takes you out of the decision making. At other places you've been, have there been similar things like that, or is this maybe unique to your experiences?
No, I think everybody has a policy. I don't of some sort, but this one is so well thought out and so well detailed from every minute detail that in cases that are this serious, and it's very Very well thought out. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody has something to a certain extent. I just don't know if it's this in depth and this well put together and supported like this.
Yeah. Josh, you said they he just kept you apprised of everything that happened from September through Wednesday. I guess just what was that like? I mean, just to maybe not know, but know there was something, but maybe not have any real idea of what it might be.
You know, I'm going to coach the guys that you know, every single day, and so I'm trying. I don't know if I spending time dwelling on that. I thought it was about getting this group of guys to be the best they could be, and you know, like I said, Wednesday was a different day because we found out there was a serious allegation.
As you go through this process, how do you, Terrence is not with team activities, but how do you support him through his process? Even, you know,
I'll keep that between he and I.
How do you and your staff go about now pivoting without him here? Like, what's that process look like?
It's what we get paid to do. You know, it's guys get sick, guys get injured. This is a very serious matter, obviously, and I don't want to downplay it like that. But obviously, like I said, we've got as connected a group and a group of guys that believe, and we'll keep working every day to get better. That's what we do, everyday guys.
I guess there's kind of a ripple effect with the roster. Opportunity kind of knocked for Justin Harmon. And did you see that kind of offensive capability from him in practice?
I saw it when we recruited him. I think he had 30 in an NIT game or 32. I think that it's not easy being a transfer. It takes a little bit of time. And you know, here's a young man who has started for basically 4 years through college at his stops. And now we're asking him to be a little bit different and come off the bench. And those minutes look a little bit different. He's a terrific player. And we know he's a really good shooter. He's a really good downhill driver. And he's becoming much more consistent on the defensive side. So I'm really excited about his upside.
With Dane, just matchups haven't supported consistent minutes for him recently. So how did you see him kind of stay engaged or kind of ready to have this kind of impact?
Dane works. Dane works. Dane is a team guy. Dane is all about us. You keep communicating. You keep, you know, telling him it's the right time. When Coleman was out, we saw him step in and flourish. And again, it's sure not a knock on his abilities or it's been more of a matchup and the opportunity. In my opinion, I think we have the best shooting 5-man in college basketball in Coleman Hawkins, and those matchups based on the way they cover. You know, the college game is influencing a little bit to the NBA type game, and you know, Coleman's proven what we've been saying for years, that he can really, really shoot it, and now we've got him shooting it. So, but I'm really proud of Dane tonight. He was very, very impactful. Thank you.
Thank you.